Welcome back to the 9th Gym program, and today we're going to be talking about Regidrago, continuing the Crown Tundra DLC 2 guides. So, Regidrago is actually a really cool Pokemon. It's new Pokemon, obviously, it's the newest Regi, or that and Regieleki are both our newest Regis, their counterparts. You can only get one per game, and most people probably pick the Electric Boy, Regieleki, because it seems more promising. But Regidrago actually does, have some really cool things, and I'd like to shine some light on Regidrago because I still think it's a good mon. So let's look at this Pokemon. So Mono Dragon ability, or Mono Dragon typing is okay. 3 weaknesses: Ice Dragon and Fairy, and then 4 resistances. So it's not a bad typing in general. Mono Dragon is good. We do have a lot of Ice Dragon and Fairy Pokemon going around right now, but it's fine. Dragon's Maw is its ability. It's a unique ability. It's very good. Increase the damage inflicted by Dragon-type moves by 50%, which is very solid because you can stack that on top of Stab to make this Pokemon do it really good damage, actually. Earlier I was recording this video and I just decided to re-record it because in my damage calc, my first one, I forgot to add the Dragon's Maw ability. And so it was like it looked really bad, and I talked this guy down, and then it actually does pretty good damage. And you could use something like Choice Specs or Life Orb to supplement that as well. I chose to supplement its speed with either Choice Scarf or Iron Ball for its respective builds, but we'll talk about that here in a minute when we get to the builds. Last thing in the overview, I'd like to talk about its stats. So the stats are pretty weird. 200 HP makes it seem like it's going to be super bulky, and then defense and special defense both at 50 really let you down on bulk. You can still invest into defense and special defense to live a lot of certain hits, but it's still very low. Like defense and special defense at 50 is still really low. You take a lot of damage. Sure, it has a lot of HP, but you take a lot of damage from attacks. So that's kind of the trade-off there. Its attack and special defense or attack and special attack are both 100, so you can opt to go either way. There's things like Dragon Dance that you can supplement it with, but I chose to go special attack just because it has its new special move, its signature move, special attacking. It's a water spout, but it's dragon typing, so it gets the stab plus Dragon's Maw. And you have like Draco Meteor, Draco Meteor and stuff, so that's cool. Speed at 80 is very modifiable. You can go like Iron Ball and Trick Room, or you can go Choice Scarf or Tailwind to make it fast. So there's multiple ways that you can make its speed good, because 80 speed is not very good on its own. But that is it for the overview. Let's go ahead and talk about VGC builds. So I have 2, like I said. I have Choice Scarf and Iron Ball, both supplementing its speed, and that's about it. So there's benefits to both. So Choice Scarf just allows it to be fast right off the bat. You outspeed. It hits 217, I believe. So you outspeed Dragapult. You outspeed a lot of really good Pokemon. We'll talk more about speed tiers here in a moment. But Choice Scarf allows it to be very fast-paced Pokemon, which is very good. 252 into speed and special attack just because it's Choice Scarf. I want Timid Nature as well, just to be as fast as possible and still do as much damage as possible, which is good. 0 IV's attack, there's nothing new there. It's a special attacking Pokemon. Dragon Energy, Draco Meteor. Why do I keep trying to say Dragon Meteor? Dragon Pulse and Hyper Beam. So Hyper Beam's a little weird, but I gave it that just so you can hit Fairy type Pokemon. Like, you don't want to be locked into only Dragon type moves, and then your opponent brings out their Sylveon or something, and then you're like, wow, that sucks. So I gave it a Hyper Beam, but you can change that. If you're not running a choice item, you can run Protect there. If you are and you want to go Ancient Power instead, you can. It's customizable, but it doesn't have a very deep move pool, so probably Hyper Beam, but whatever you want. Choice Scarf just gives it the speed to be, a viable Pokemon, in my opinion. Dragon Energy is really cool. It's like I said, it's Water Spout, and it plays off your HP. It starts at 150 and it goes down with your HP. So it's pretty cool, and that's another reason I like it going attacking first, because I really like that move. I think it's really powerful. Dragon Energy, it hits both Pokemon, so it's really strong. Draco Meteor and Dragon Pulse, all Dragon. Who says Dragon? It's weird. Anyway, that's about it for Regidrago, the first build. Let's talk about the second one. So it's Iron Ball at Iron Ball, Dragon's Maw. I'm not going to change that. Iron Ball allows it to hit 38 after all modifications at 0 speed with Quiet Nature. It hits 76, and then half that with Iron Ball hits 38. Viable Trick Room speed. 38 is pretty solid for Trick Room. Not against hard Trick Room, of course. You're going to run against like Stack Attack or Glastrier, and they're both going to hit you first and kill you, especially Glastrier. It just kills you. Glastrier. I guess Glastrier, because Glacier. So yeah, Regidrago is pretty cool under Trick Room. So for the EV spread, it's the same attack. It's the same moves. But instead of Hyper Beam, I would Protect, just because, like I was saying, you know, when you aren't using a choice item, you can go Protect there instead. So yeah, the EV spread, I went 148 into defense, 252 into special attack, and 108 into special defense. So what I needed for a couple of defensive calcs was 12 special defense to live a Tapu Fini Moonblast, and from the most used spread right now, and then 68 attack or 68 defense. I keep messing that up. 68 defense for Metagross Max Hailstorm to live that attack. So that's kind of where that was, and then I just poured the rest into 252 special attack, and then just poured the rest pretty evenly into special defense and defense. Maybe I should have calculated a little bit more for like Calm Mind boosted Tapu Fini or something. Yeah, that's pretty customizable. As long as you have like that 68 into defense and 12 into special defense, I think the rest you can just put wherever you you know, mess around with damage calcs and stuff. Definitely just put them wherever you think it's best at. But yeah, that's kind of the explanation on the Regidrago build. Anyway, that is about it for the builds, the VGC builds portion. So we'll talk about these two synergetic Pokemon and then move on to speed tiers. So Tornadus, you know, just Tailwind is good for this Pokemon in general. It lets you use something like Choice Specs if you want to, or Life Orb instead of Choice Scarf. You could also run it with Choice Scarf still and just be the fastest man in the land. But yeah, I think Tornadus is definitely pretty good for this Pokemon. And then we also have Cresselia here. You know, Trick Room, you like for the Trick Room build, you have to have a Trick Room setter. This has been my typical Trick Room setter of choice. Dusclops is still in the meta. P2 is still in the meta. We have a lot of weird Trick Room setters. You can use Sakataka if you wanted like a damage dealing one. So there's definitely options there for Trick Room setting. But Cresselia has just been my move of choice, or my you know, Pokemon of choice usually. So that's why I just added there. But you know, you can use whatever. Anyway, that is about it for the VGC build portion. Let's go ahead and talk about speed tiers. He's fast at Scarf. So it's on the same speed tier naturally as Mamoswine and Togekiss. Mamoswine sometimes will have Scarf. Togekiss will be max Airstream boosted a lot of the time. So you have both those Pokemon typically on the same speed tier, but not like right off the bat unless like they're Scarfed. But yeah, 217, you outspeed a lot of Pokemon. You outspeed things like Dragapult naturally, which is really good. Dracovish at Scarf, Tapu Koko, Meja Genjar. That guy's not in here, but you know, VGC 2018 count speed tiers. Gotta love them. Outspeeding things like Cinderace. There's a lot of Pokemon in that 150 to 170 range. Nihilego, Garchomp, Kartana, Alola Ninetales, Durant, you know, Duraludon, Excadrill. There's so many Pokemon at that 150 to 170 range that you're outspeeding, which is very good. There are still Pokemon that outspeed Scarfed Regidrago, like things like Pheromosa, and then a bunch of Scarf and Weather Boosted guys. You know, Weather Boosted Excadrill, Venusaur, Kingdra, Tapu Lele at Scarf, Lando T at Scarf, Rotom Wash at Scarf. You know, there's still Pokemon that do outspeed it, but it is pretty small of a pool, and most of the time they're boosted things. So, you know, you'll be able to probably know if they're outsped, and a lot of the time they won't outsped because you can change the weather and stuff, so good to note. Anyway, that is about it for speed tiers. Let's talk about some damage calcs. So I only have 4 here today. Like I was saying, I messed up my damage calcs. I forgot to add Dragon's Maw the first time around, because this is the second time I'm recording this video, and yeah, it's the damage is way better with Dragon's Maw, obviously, because it's a +1 essentially, so yeah. Anyway, we'll start off with the 2 calcs that I said. The defensive spread was 4. So Tapu Fini Moonblast 204 plus is the most common special attack stat on Pikalytics right now. It's number 1. I believe by far as well. But into Regidrago, hitting 2 with 12 special defense, hitting 83 to 98.9, which is guaranteed 2 KO. And then Metagross, a Max Hailstorm into 68 defense Regidrago. It's 84.3 to 99.6, which is a very similar calc. Yeah, guaranteed 2 KO. This is really just what I wanted to make sure to live, were those 2 attacks. There's obviously other attacks that you want to live, and you can you know, do more damage calcs throughout the meta and do some more damage calcs, and you know, to pour in a little bit more scientifically, because I kind of just poured in, you know, here's some defense, here's some special defense, but yeah, you need that much to live those attacks. Then we have 2 damage calcs. The second one is fake because it doesn't have Dragon's Maw, but the first one is important. Regidrago, Dragon Energy, that is its Water Spout move, into a Dynamax Dragapult, and I ran that off of a Dazzling Gleam and then changed the typing and changed the attack stat, or the base power. So into a Dynamax Dragapult, since we're Scarf boosted, we outspeed it, and we hit 101 to 119, which is guaranteed OHKO. So this is a really good against the Dragapult matchup. You take that out, and then you also do so much damage to the side, to the Pokemon on its side as well. I mean, obviously, if it's like something like Clefairy or something, but it gets through Follow Me, which is really big. So if your opponent leads like Togekiss Dragapult, and they're like, "Ha, you Dragon Energy," and you still kill their guy, it's crazy. Next, we have Regidrago Draco Meteor into Tornadus. This is a kill, by the way. This is without the 50% by Dragon's Maw, but it does OHKO guaranteed if we have Dragon's Maw active, which it will, unless you're up against like Galarian Weezing or something. I don't know. But yeah, those are good calcs to know. You know, it does actually good damage. I was thinking it did like terrible damage, but it actually does very solid damage with Dragon's Maw. Pretty good stuff. Anyway, that is it for damage calcs. Let's talk about single spotlight real quick before I end the video. And there's not really much to talk about because I use the exact same spread for our singles build. It's Choice Scarf, 3 attacks, Hyper Beam, 3 dragon moves. It's pretty good. Dragon's Maw, max speed, timid, so you can be super fast, man. And then just, you know, most into special attack. Makes sense. Anyway, that is about it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Makes a huge difference. Yeah, only like 70% of people, or like 30% of people are subscribed. So hit that subscribe button. It's free. Come on, please do it. Anyway, yeah, that is about it for the video. In sum up, I think Regidrago is actually not bad in VGC. I don't think it's insane, but I definitely think it's usable, and with the correct like teammates, the correct spread, the correct items. Pretty much what I'm saying is this Pokemon has to be correctly played and stuff to be good, but I do think it can be good. Also, I love this thing's design. It's so cool. So yeah. You know, all right, that's it for the video now. Follow all the socials, follow the Twitter, join the Discord, support me on Patreon, all of those things in the comments down below. Not in the comments, they're all in the description down below. Watch me live on Twitch. All of these things are down in the description below. If you want to click on any of those links, go do it. Anyway, that is it for the video. Thank you so much for watch. What did I say? Watch. Have a good weekend. Have a happy Halloween. Halloween is tomorrow. Have a great weekend in Halloween. Thank you. Goodbye.